We'll start with the diaphragm first. Let's start with some belly breaths. Put your hand on your belly and give 5 good belly breaths. Now let's make a pain scraper with a thumb and go through your sternum. When you get to the bottom, make your hands into fish hooks and go to the bottom of your rib cage. And come back up again. Let's do 3 good belly breaths after that. And let's do the left psoas. And we'll switch to the right. And now let's do both. And now let's go to the glutes. Go to the base of the skull. And move down to hamstrings. Now we'll go to quads. We'll start with the space between the hips and the ribs first and saw yourself. And now we can move down to left VMO inside your knee or right. Let's do hips. So thumbs into your pelvis. And now we can do rotation. If you're doing this by yourself and you don't have a partner, you can skip rotation. Now we can flip around and do abs. Now I'll do calves. We'll start in the front. And then we'll flip around and do back. And then come back and we'll do lats. Then we'll get neck. We'll saw the arm for supraspinatus. And then last, we'll do shoulders with tiger claw. And that's the full wake up.
So if I have a new athlete walk in and I want to take them through a workout, but however, I want to introduce them to RPR, quite often I'll get a baseline test that you can do. They don't even have to be the ones I'm going to show you. You can grab your own, whether it's a lunge or whatever it may be. But the great thing is I want the athletes to do some simple movements they have an awareness of. I want them to be aware of the range of motion when they do it. So I'll talk them through that. Hey, you're going to do a toe touch test, and when you go down, see how it feels. Let's look at your range of motion. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to have Lee do 3 of them. And the first one we're going to do, she's going to turn sideways. She'll do just a toe touch test, see the range of motion, see how it feels. That's great. The next one we're going to do is she's going to do a body weight squat, go down, see how it feels, come back up. And then the next one she's going to do is a palms down, and she's going to take her shoulders overhead just to see where she's at. And then once she does those tests that I choose, those are the 3 that I'll choose, what we're going to do then is we're going to take her through the wake-up drills, and then we're going to see the improvements and see what it feels like. So then the athlete can go, oh, I'm different. I feel in a different spot. I see there's a response. So then the athletes can get some buy-in to help themselves before they train or perform, so that they can be optimal when they do that.
You now know level 1 of RPR. So some quick takeaways. Don't be afraid to try things. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to look to see what's working and what's not. Try to make some assessments on people when they're walking around, and then muscle test your athletes and see if you're correct. It's the fastest way to learn how to implement this is to use it. If you want to go a little bit deeper and get into the breakup drills, you can go to level 2, and we can look at compensation patterns and how to break them up so your level 1 sticks longer, stronger. And if you really want to deep dive and get into the complexity of how the body works, check out level 3. We're going to look at individual muscles, individual strands of muscles, and how we can make sure that your athletes are bulletproof. So thanks, and look forward to seeing you soon.